cars, whatever you're selling, you have a great idea. You want to put it on our platform, contact Tbise. Call us now, 267-982-0342. Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. I want to welcome everybody to Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in partnership. You would say TNS Media Group is the team and the family. Once again, we are here live here in the studio. So I want to get into some sports topics today. Talk about some sports. And a lot of people were grinding me up or coming at me or saying I was incorrect about a prediction that I made in regards to a fight. This is the truth. This is what I believe. Now, people are saying that I'm down in Teofimo Lopez and I'm saying Teofimo is trash. No, I'm not saying that he's trash. I'm just saying that the eye test, from what I see and what I believe, from the skill set of both fighters, from what I've seen, the eye test tells me that Shakur Stevenson is going to wash Teofimo Lopez. And when I say wash him, I don't think he's going to knock him out. I don't think he's going to, hurt him. I just think he's going to beat him up really bad. I just think, he's going to outbox him to the point where it's going to look easy. This is what I believe. I don't think that Teofimo brings anything to the table that Shakur hasn't seen before. Teo is a great fighter, but when you put two individuals or two people against each other in the boxing ring, you have two fighters, and you look at their skill set. This is me looking at their skill set. From what I see from their skill set, Teofimo Lopez doesn't throw enough punches to offset Shakur. He doesn't have the pop to offset Shakur. He doesn't have the ability to make Shakur uncomfortable from what I've seen. Like Teofimo lost to Tbise. I know you're going to say, Teofimo, he was injured, his heart rate or whatever was going on from what his father said, and I'm not downplaying anybody's injury. And I'm not downplaying and saying it wasn't true. But what I'm saying is, from the eye test, from what I see, I do not see Teofimo Lopez being able to beat Shakur Stevenson. Now, there are some other fighters out there that if I saw Teofimo in the ring with, I would think that Teofimo would have an opportunity to win. But this is just a fight that I feel like he's not going to win because of a lot of different factors. Shakur Stevenson is sparring with, Terrence Crawford. Who's better to get you ready for a fight? There's nobody that Teofimo can call unless he go back into the hot tub time machine and bring back Pretty Boy Floyd or Money Mayweather that can help prepare him for fighting someone like Shakur Stevenson right now at this point. Now, can he pull off an upset? Yes, but from what I see and from what I believe that he doesn't bring enough to the table to offset Shakur Stevenson. That's all that I'm saying. I'm not saying Teo is a bad fighter. I'm not saying that Teofimo is not a great fighter. I'm just saying when you put these two guys in the ring, Shakur Stevenson will come out victorious in this fight, and he's going to wash him. I mean, I'll wait till the fight get closer to give my prediction of the rounds. But if Teofimo wins this fight, I will be very surprised if he wins this fight. I just don't think that he has enough to offset Shakur. Now, Shakur, on the flip side, you could say, well, Shakur ran from De Los Santos. He ran around the ring, and, does Teofimo punch harder than De Los Santos? He may have more skills, but does he punch harder than him? Let's keep it real. We don't know. We got to ask people that fought both fighters, but that guy can crack. Now, did he beat Shakur? No, he didn't. De Los Santos did not beat Shakur. Shakur won the fight. He ran or whatever case it be, he won. Now you look at Teo. Teo lost to Tbise. Now, this is a fighter who, if you put him in the ring with Shakur, Shakur is going to destroy him. He cannot beat no Shakur. He can't beat Shakur Stevenson. He can't. Tbise will get destroyed versus Shakur. And everybody knows this to be true. So for me, I'm looking at this fight. I'm looking at these two fighters, and I believe that Shakur is going to wash him, like I said. So I'm sorry if y'all feel like I'm just being biased or whatever the case may be, but this is my opinion on what I see in the ring on boxing. I don't see Teofimo doing anything that can offset Shakur. Now, if you look at the aspect of Teofimo, his accomplishments. Like I said, Teofimo is 22-1 and 13 KOs. That's a great record for a young fighter such as himself. He's moving into his prime. He needs these notable fights. He needs to win this fight. Can he win this fight? Yes, but I just don't think I don't think it's going to happen. Now he may come in there and pull off an upset. He may work hard. He may find something that he can do that that can offset Shakur's defense and Shakur's ability to he's cerebral out there. When the punches come, he's able to move out of the way. He doesn't get hit. So you mean to tell me that Teofimo has the ability to offset that, and now Teofimo is going to be able to hit Shakur? Something that never happened in 24 fights. Nobody was ever able to put their hands on Shakur and hurt him. I never seen this kid hurt in a fight. He just wiped out Zepeda. Zepeda is a pressure fighter. You understand what I'm saying? So now you get somebody like Shakur in 24 fights, hasn't been touched, hasn't been hurt, all these different factors, and you mean to tell me that Teofimo Lopez is going to come in there and hurt him or win this fight? No. Let's keep it real. I know there are some Teo fans out there, people who want to see Teofimo win, but look at the styles and the skill of Shakur Stevenson. Look at that. There's nothing out there like that unless you go get Money Mayweather or Pretty Boy Floyd. There's nothing out there that's going to get you ready to fight Shakur Stevenson unless you go get Floyd from the hot tub time machine. I don't think that Teofimo is going to be able to do. I think he's going to have some good spots in the fight. Yes, he is. This is boxing. There are going to be some good spots in the fight, but once he gets figured out and Shakur starts to time him because he fights with his hands down. Let's keep it real. He fights with his hands down, blows his waist a lot. He takes rounds off. Shakur is going to put the pressure on, and he's going to frustrate him mentally, and then the fight is going to be over in the round, and it's going to be, I'll say, I don't know. I don't want to say it's going to 8-4, but it could be somewhere in that area of 8 rounds to 4 rounds in this fight, in my opinion. So that's what I'm saying about it. That's what I believe. So y'all going to kill me in the comments. Say I don't know nothing about boxing. I'm just saying that Teofimo Lopez can't beat Shakur Stevenson, in my opinion. Now he's a great fighter, but I don't see him winning this fight. So take a quick break. Right back. It's Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. Clothing, cars, whatever you're selling, you have a great idea. You want to put it on our platform. Contact Tbise. Call us now, 267-982-0342. Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. Welcome everybody back at Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. We're back here. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Leave a comment. So what y'all think about this fight coming up? But I just spoke about with Teofimo Lopez and Shakur Stevenson. Let us know what's going on. But I'm going to roll on to the Philadelphia Eagles. Me personally, I believe the Eagles still can make a run. Like I said, they just have to, win. My prediction in the next 5 games, as I said before, they have the Chargers, Raiders, Commanders, Bills, then Commanders again. I believe that they will lose to the Chargers. I'm sorry, I'm a Philadelphia Eagles fan, but I just looking at this offense. You're going over to California to go out there and play the Chargers, and our offense isn't clicking. Our pass game is terrible. Our running game is terrible. Our defense is beat down because they've been on the field so long. I think we're going to lose this game to the Chargers. I really do. I think we're going to lose to the Chargers. But then I think we could come back and beat the Raiders. And then we beat the Commanders. I say we beat the Commanders at home, and then we lose to the Bills. And then we win against, I'm sorry, I apologize. We win against the Commanders at home. Then we lose to the Bills, and then we lose to the Commanders in Washington. The reason why I say we lose to the Commanders is because Daniels is coming back. So, now you have to face a quarterback. He's a good young quarterback. But this is what I feel is going to happen. The Eagles are going to finish the season, I believe, about 10-7. Which is going to be good enough to win the division, because the Cowboys, as we know, they're going to choke again. But in my opinion, they'll win the division at 10-7. They'll, have opportunity to compete for a Super Bowl, but they got to do it on the road. They have to do it on the road. They're going to have to go out and play on the road, which is going to be very difficult. I just don't know if we have enough time to fix what's going on. We have, 5 weeks to fix our issues. It's just so much going on with the Eagles right now. So I'm just a little confused as to what to believe. I just think that we don't have enough right now, enough chemistry right now with the quarterback play, the running back, the running game, the offensive line. Everything is a little out of whack. We sitting here at 8-4 right now. For me, I just don't know what to expect. So y'all let me know what's going on, how y'all feel. Now, but on the flip side, if the Eagles are able to get it together, the Eagles are able to figure it out. They do have the talent to win a Super Bowl. Howie Roseman put together a team. This team is put together from top to bottom. Whereas they look at the players, you say, what? We have the ability to win a Super Bowl if they can fix it. It's just a matter if it's going to happen. You keep trying to put all this pressure on the offensive coordinator, saying it's him. When I look at the tape, I don't see the offensive coordinator read the defense. I don't see the offensive coordinator, missing blocks. I don't see him doing it on the offensive line. I don't see this. I saw, last week looking at the tape, I saw Dallas Goedert miss a lot of blocks. I see the offensive line, we're not blocking. Saquon Barkley has been tackled so much in the backfield this season. It's just unfortunate. But if any team can fix it and get it right, I would believe the Eagles can do it, because they have the personnel. It's just a matter of everybody getting on the same page to come together to win a Super Bowl. Hurts, he's won a Super Bowl. He played in 2 Super Bowls. He played fairly well in both. He did fumble in the first one, which one people say that losses the game, but he still fairly played well. And then he won the Super Bowl 2 years later. So for me, I'm just thinking about this, and I look at the Eagles, I look at our roster, and I say, we do have the tools to win a Super Bowl, but can we fix it? Can we can we right the ship in time to be able to play for another championship? I don't know. The Eastern Conference, the NFC Conference, we have a lot of good teams. You have, the Lions, even though the Lions have struggled, they're still a team that you really don't want to play on the road. You got the Packers, they're still there. Then you got the Bears. The Bears, they just beat us. So now, you have these teams, like those teams that I mentioned, that do you really want to play those teams on the road? With the way the Eagles look right now, do you want to go on the road and play against any of these teams? You don't. You don't want to go on the road and play against any of those teams right now. So for me, right now, then look at the 49ers, then the Rams. These all teams that we're going to have to play right now if the playoffs started today. You got to play likes of the 49ers, Rams, Bears, all these teams, you got to play who are fairly good teams. And our team doesn't look that good right now. So we'll see what happens in regards to this. I look forward to, seeing what happens this week. But in my opinion, I don't think we have, right now, just looking at what I see right now, I might change my opinion later on in the week. But right now, for what I see, I think we're going to go up into California. We're going to lose to the Chargers, come back and win against the Raiders. But this is just my opinion. So we still can fix it, but I just don't know right now. So I'm going to take a quick break. We're right back. It's Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. Cars, whatever you're selling, you have a great idea. You want to put it on our platform. Contact Tbise. Call us now, 267-982-0342. Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. Hey, look, listen, as you know, your loved one's getting old. Everyone needs home care. You don't know what agency to go with. You see agencies on the buses, you see agencies in the bathrooms. Everywhere you go, you see home care agencies all around. You don't know what agency to choose from because all of them are saying 401k, all of them had a lot of the same things that they offer: vacation pay, top dollar. You see it everywhere. So you see these home care agencies, and you're trying to pick and choose, trying to weed out the real from the fake. You don't know which agency to choose. You don't know who I'm going to choose, what I'm going to do. What you do is you contact us. No more long lines at the welfare office. No more, waiting for someone to call you back. You don't know who's going to help you. You heard all this stuff before. I'm gonna get you your services. I'm gonna get your mom approved. I'm gonna get your grandmama approved. I'm gonna get your brother approved. Whatever. You hear all these things. People want to get you set up, get you going, but you still sit at home waiting to get home care services to get approved. Call us. We'll help you. 267-982-0342. 267-982-0342. Contact us. Welcome everybody back to Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Parliament USA. TNS Media Group is the team and the family. So we back, and I want to say something to everybody that's watching, man. Tales from the Jails live will be today. You guys get a live today for everybody who's been, asking questions. The live will go on today from Tales from the Jails. Don't forget to check out Tales from the Jails on YouTube. But I know everybody's saying, we can't lose to the Rams, and the Eagles can't lose to the Chargers. But if you look at this game, the Chargers are a very good team. Like I said before, the Chargers are a very good team. So for me, I think that the Chargers are going to be too much. For the Eagles. So let's roll on to the NBA. NBA, in my opinion, the NBA is getting a little better, in my opinion. I think that by the FBI coming into the NBA and kind of making the players play a little more, as though no one is taking too many days off. The players are coming back and looking to play. I just think that there's a few things more that they need to be fixed. I think that the physicality of the game is lacking a little bit. They're not as physical as they should be. I think that these little tic-tac fouls the refs are calling is still something that bothers me. I understand they want to see the NBA score points because the points scoring points sell tickets. But for me, I just think that gotta lay off a little bit of the ticky-tack fouls. Let's talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. The Thunder, in my opinion, I could be wrong. They're like 21-1 right now. The Thunder, 21-1. They have the opportunity, and I think they can do it. They may break the Bulls' record of 72-10, or even break the Golden State record and win a championship. This team is really good. They are really good, man. The Oklahoma City Thunder have the ability to break the record, the 72-10 record, and win a championship. I know Curry and them went 73-9 or something like that, I believe. It's something like that. But the Thunder are the real deal. They can break the record and they can make it to the championship and win. I don't see any team in the Eastern Conference right now in the Eastern Conference that I believe that can beat OKC. I can't think of one team. If they make it out of the Western Conference, beating like the likes of the Lakers, Nuggets, these teams, they will win a championship again. This team is primed to win multiple rings. I mean, this team is going to win for a long time. Just look at the draft picks and all the picks they have. They are going to be around for a long time. And they have the best, arguably, I don't want to say they have the best, but in my opinion, right now, just looking at the play of SGA, in my opinion, I know Luka's playing well. I know, Joker is playing well. Right now, SGA is the best player in the league. Every night, he's scoring 30 points. And he's sitting down a lot of times in the fourth quarter. This kid right now, the Thunder right now with this kid, SGA, they are the best team in the league, and they have the best player in the league right now, in my opinion. And I believe they will break the Bulls' record of 72-10 this season right now. Right now, if you look back at the Bulls, when the Bulls won their when they won that when they were 72-10, right now at this time of the season, the Bulls were 20-2 right now. I know it's a game difference. You say that it's a difference, one difference of one loss in the loss column, but they have the ability right now to win a championship and break the record, which I think they're going to do. I think they have the eyes set on that. You look at this roster of the Thunder, they're stacked. They have Williams, they have Dort, they have Holmgren, they have SGA, then they have a bench of young guys who possibly can go in any other team in the league and start. Look at these guys they have come off the bench. So for me, look at this offense, look at this team, and the most importantly, they play defense. They play defense. If they make it out of the Western Conference, there's no team in the Eastern Conference I believe they can beat them. Now you might say the Knicks look pretty good. Sixers, nah. We don't have right now. The Sixers don't look too good. I'm from Philadelphia, so the Sixers don't look too good right now for me. But you look at the Knicks. Who else? The Pistons. And I'm trying to think who else. Orlando's playing pretty well. Boston, they don't have Tatum, so they still have a good coach and a good team. Still have a good coach and a good team. But outside of that, I don't really see anybody actually really beating them. You could say Miami. Miami normally gets hot late in the season, but I don't see any team matching up in the finals versus OKC from the Eastern Conference. I think they can beat them. But like I said, I believe that the Thunder will break the Bulls' record this season and they will win a championship because they have the best player. Now, will he win the MVP? I don't know. I think he will because his team has the best record and he's scoring 30-plus every night. Now, you go to the Lakers. Lakers are playing fairly well. Luka's looking good. LeBron's coming back off an injury. LeBron is LeBron. He can play with anybody, not on duty, but he has the ability to get hot as well. And he's been there, for so many years. And he knows when to hit that switch and turn it on and also play well under the big lights. But I don't think that they have enough youth on their side to beat the Thunder. I think the Thunder is going to go win the championship again this year. In doing so, they also will break that Bulls record of 72-10, in my opinion. But you heard it here first. It's Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Clothing, cars, whatever you're selling, you have a great idea. You want to put it on our platform. Contact Tbise. Call us now, 267-982-0342. Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. Hey, look, listen, as you know, your loved one's getting old. Everyone needs home care. You don't know what agency to go with. You see agencies on the buses, you see agencies in the bathrooms. Everywhere you go, you see home care agencies all around. You don't know what agency to choose from because all of them were saying 401k, all of them had a lot of the same things that they offer. Vacation pay, top dollar, you see it everywhere. So you see these home care agencies and you're trying to pick and choose, trying to weed out the real from the fake. You don't know which agency to choose. You don't know who I'm going to choose, what I'm going to do. What you do is you contact us. No more long lines at the welfare office. No more, waiting for someone to call you back. You don't know who's going to help you. You heard all this stuff before. I'm going to get you your services. I'm going to get your mom approved. I'm going to get your grandmom approved. I'm going to get your brother approved. Whatever. You hear all these things. People want to get you set up, get you going. But you still sit at home waiting. Welcome everybody back to Tbise, the best in sports entertainment. We're here live in Providence, USA. TNS Media Group with the team and the family. I'm going to ask a question. If you notice, right, a lot of players, right, whether it's, sports, period. I'll say this. Whenever a player or athlete is in sports, when they're young and they have the ability to sell tickets or they have the ability to sell jerseys or sell shoes and so forth and so on, they're highly touted and everybody's got the camera in their face. Everybody is willing to bring them on to promote their brands and so forth and so on. But as they get older, it seems like they just like thrown to the wayside. It's like people tend to forget what they may have done in their career. A lot of times they tend to forget, that they also are human beings. Just look at recently, you see the Clippers, they just cut Chris Paul. Chris Paul has been somebody who's done a lot for the Clippers organization over the years. He didn't win a championship. I'm not saying he did that, but he played some of his best years with the Clippers, and now the Clippers just got rid of him and said he's no longer with the team. That team is falling apart anyway. I mean, Kawhi doesn't want to play. Harden doesn't play any defense. That team is just basically falling apart. Tyronn Lue is probably going to lose his job at some point with that team. I don't know. I don't want him to see him lose his job, but it's trending in that direction, right? So now with all these factors, let's go back to the players, right? You have players who, you see it all the time. They get old or they've been in an organization for a while, and when they speak up about certain things, they get thrown out. Allen Iverson, Philadelphia Sixers, they got rid of Allen Iverson. He said that he needed some help. He walked into the GM's office, Billy King, and said, "Yo, I need help." What happened? They got him out of here. Chris Paul is probably speaking up about the Clippers not playing so well. Get him out of here. It just happens over and over and over and over again. When a player gets older, they get rid of him. So this is me just saying, in my opinion, what I believe. I think that for these players who are playing sports, if you have your child playing sports or you are playing sports or whatever the case may be, make sure you make good investments with your money because it doesn't last long. The stardom doesn't last long. The cameras in your face don't last long unless you do something crazy and they want to, ridicule you and put you out there and make you look crazy. So you see a lot of these players and a lot of these athletes. Let's look in boxing. You look at boxing, a lot of these athletes who are boxers, there's no 401k for these boxers. There's nothing after boxing. And a lot of these boxers are in these gyms and they can't even talk. They can't even walk sometimes. So they just spent all these years, pleasing the fans and the promoters. And now that they, in their 50s and 60s, they can't even walk. They can't even eat a meal. They can't even sleep properly at night. It's just so many different things that goes on. Look at the NFL players. NFL players, they play in the league. And everybody knows NFL careers are short, very, very short. I think it's on average about 3 to 4 years or something overall. And it's even shorter, I believe, for a running back. I have to check that to see. But if you look at these players in the NFL, now there is some pensions and things in place for players, but that doesn't matter when it comes to your mental health. These players are mentally disturbed. A lot of them become alcoholics and they be addicted to opioids and so forth and so on after football. You have had some players who have killed themselves. From from the damage that they suffer from these collisions on the football field. So for me, you look at this, and what I say is, for these athletes, man, y'all gotta save y'all money, man, and put your health before your wealth, man, because health is wealth. You gotta take time and make sure that you are in your best shape mentally and physically. Because as you can see, when you get old, it's out with the old, in with the new. The draft is every year. It's always young players coming in, no matter what the sport. Football, boxing, it may not be a draft, but it's always young and up-and-coming athletes coming into the sport, which means these sports never stop. And it's, if you take care of your body, take care of yourself, then you also have, longevity in sports. But if you're just getting a $100 million check. You heard what Odell Beckham said. Odell Beckham said you get $100 million, it's not really $100 million. You get $60 million, then you got to live, and then all this stuff and all these different things happen. So now the money, your lifestyle changed. Now the money dwindles away. It's not just, I got $100 million and that's all I got. You got to pay taxes. You got family members. You may have child support. You may have all these things going on. So you got to make sure you put yourself first, self-preservation, because like I said, out with the old, in with the new, they will get rid of you. You show any sign of slippage, you show any sign of talking back to the organization, they'll get you out of there. So, I just want to say to any athletes, anybody playing sports and doing anything in life, make sure you secure yourself, mentally and financially. Make sure that you're doing the right things with your money. So that's it for this episode of Tbise. We out of here, but I thank everybody who's been tuning in, no matter if it was 1 or 1 million people listening today. I really appreciate it. And don't forget to check out Tales from the Jails. Tales from the Jails will be live today at some point. We'll send out notification very, very soon. It's Tbise, the best in sports entertainment.